Welcome back to the channel, guys. Easy Crypto here again for another market update, and I'm going to be taking you through just a little process, how I find kind of dips in the market, how I find coins I want to invest in, and how I do my research. So let's start the video, guys. So we've heard a lot of FUD, and if you're FUD in the market right now, then you've seen nothing yet, guys. And if a little throwout like this from Bitcoin is going to cause you issues, then you shouldn't be in crypto. Let's be honest, guys. Now, this is just to reiterate how early we are and how altcoins haven't actually moved as of yet. In my opinion, we've still got a long way to go, especially in terms of MVRV as well, which I've mentioned in the past. Really wanted to bring this to your attention, guys, why this is important. And like, if you're scared of the current dip, which has just happened, you're going to be, we're going to go through multiple of these, in my opinion, before we actually take profits. So you've got to really have a good mindset in terms of this game. Otherwise, you will just get pushed out of this market, right, guys? And then FOMO back in at the top. So what's Mags saying on here? Do you recommend you follow him? Mags is saying people are calling the top already, while the altcoin market cap has not even broken out above the previous all-time high. Short-term dips are normal and healthy. There were many such pullbacks even in the previous bull cycle. Up only is inevitable, just a matter of time. Because the ETFs, I think people are getting worried that we're not going to see an alt season. I've seen someone post something stupid. Well, in my opinion, it's stupid. The other day regarding altcoins and the fact that because of the ETFs, we're not going to have an alt season because the ETFs are being pushed up. And personally, think that is a load of crap. I really do think that is a load of shit. People are going to want to make as much money, and institutional investors are going to want to make as much money as they can, right? They're still going to want to get into altcoins, right, guys? Also, retail that are coming in shortly, which we are seeing retail coming in, they're not going to be investing in Bitcoin either. They're still going to be coming into the market regardless of what these ETFs, guys, and they're going to not be picking Bitcoin and Ethereum. They're going to be picking altcoins. So this is just to reiterate the point, the fact that we haven't even surpassed all-time highs at all in terms of altcoin market cap. So we are still miles away from that, and Bitcoin dominance has got to come down before we even see a move in these altcoins, guys. But there's ways we can position ourselves to make the most out of this current dip. Obviously, it's a fairly big correction. I'm just going to show you obviously the correction. We know what's happened, guys. We've come back down. How big was the dip? Let's just double check how big the dip was from the top. Yeah, so it was around a 10% dip we had. So about a 10 to 11% dip. Obviously, this is normal. Previously, we saw a 20% dip in the last bull cycle, or even higher, 30 to 40% dip. So this is normal. Obviously, altcoins are going to see, there's going to be red everywhere. But now we're seeing altcoins recover nicely, which is really, really good. And the whole point of this video is like how I'm dealing with that, what I'm seeing. So Casper reached a really good price, really good DCA target. They reached 13 cents from a previous high of 15 cents 2 weeks ago. So that was an easy play for me. Any of your picks that you really got conviction on, that's what you need to be playing, guys. So this video is not going to be a really, really long video. I'm only going to bring you a short video of just how you can identify some of these coins that can rip really hard, really quickly. Now, obviously, Casper, for example, you likes of H-bars and quants, they've had a previous bull cycle. But what we're going to do in this video is not look for those coins that have experienced a previous bull cycle. We're going to look for coins that have only just come out and how we can research those and find those kind of like as quick as we can. Obviously, we can use Twitter and we can follow influencers to let us know what products are pumping. But there is another way we can do this, guys, and I'm just going to quickly show you that on this video so you guys can understand what I am talking about. So if we come over to here to banterbubbles.com, you can either use this or you can use, I think it's Crypto Bubbles or something like that. All right, guys, so what we're going to do is come down here. I'll zoom out of this because it's a bit annoying. Right, I'll put myself up there a little bit smaller. So what I'm going to do is come down here, and then what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go to the year, and I'm going to filter this down until we get filter the arrow up until we get the percentages here, and obviously we're looking for the ones that have lost the most amount of percentage, guys. But what I'm going to do is go try and find an NA, right? So when we've got NA, it means that the coin isn't yet a year old. And the reason for doing this is because at the minute the trend is normally if we see a coin that is less than a year old or less than a few months old, the chances are it's going to pump a lot harder than a coin that has already had a previous bull cycle, because we're still waiting for alt season, whereas some of these coins will pump without alt season being there purely because they're new, right guys? Purely because people are excited about them, they want to get into these particular coins. You know, some of them have had their obviously first initial investment, they've had the ICOs, some of the investors have got out, so it's dipped, then we can get back in at a low price. So we're going to come all the way down here and look for some of these coins that, you know, look quite interesting. Obviously you can see dog with hat. We're only going to look at the NAs. Obviously Open Campus is one I've previously talked about, which we've got into previously, which is really good. Miro have been pumping massively. Crown by Third King Games is a brilliant project, obviously. Chain GPT we're in. Can you see kind of like a trend? Some of the projects I've been talking about recently, Miria, have all been relatively new projects. Obviously, I still stick with H-bar, my likes of H-bar. Claw doing really well. But from what I'm going to be targeting now on, I'm really going to be targeting newer coins purely because of their ability to pump in a short-term period. I've got my plays that I know are going to do well in the bull market. I've got my Casper, I've got my H-bar, I've got Mirror, etc, etc. But now I'm looking for smaller market cap coins that can pump my bags a little bit sooner, guys. And this is one way of doing that. Roll down here and we found Octavia. Look, so this one is actually even better because look, this is even newer coin. So on the year, no information on the month. Octavia, let's have a quick look to see what this coin can actually do, guys. So if we come over to coin market cap, look, with Octavia, so we are 16% up on the day, quite bullish, well, very bullish. Self-reported circulated supplies, they haven't actually got they haven't paid for this particular figure to get filled in properly yet. Market cap under 14 million, it's $1.50. Total supply 100 million. Some of these figures are out, obviously. 1 million volume. It's okay, guys, it's okay. So we're going to do a little bit more digging on this project. So obviously it's BNB smart chain, which is fine. And then obviously we're going to head to the website and see what this project is actually about. And this is a way that I would be using this particular technique to find out what coins meet your criteria. Everyone's got different criteria, but the main one needs to be a docs team, obviously. Right, guys, I'm looking for a market cap that's quite low, a docs team, one with no sell tax. That's another thing that needs to be on the list. An actual real world application. Okay, so what is this? It looks like an AI project, guys. It looks like it's a web assistant. Meet Octavia, Web3 assistant. Buy me $500 in Bitcoin if you detect good news. Okay, so this looks actually quite cool. Sure, I'm onto the news forum buy-in. This looks actually really interesting, guys. Securely connected to your wallet, can carry out on-chain transactions for you, such as buying and selling tokens, scheduling orders and buying into pre-sales. There's a real-world working memory where she learns about you and your preferences to work better for you. The first on-chain AI. Now, this is actually a really cool project, guys. And yeah, so to be honest, I would be interested in looking into this project a little bit more, if I'm perfectly honest. Obviously, the first thing we need to do on this project is look at the actual team, etc, etc. I will probably do this in another video because I don't want to waste all our time looking for the team. But what I would do, guys, is have a look at this project and see if it meets your criteria. Like seems like it's in the right market. Right narrative. It's an AI project. It looks actually quite cool. It's the first of its kind in terms of it connect to your wallet and it can carry out transactions for you using AI, which is quite cool. So you don't have to do anything. You know, it looks really, really interesting. So obviously check out the team, see if they're any good. And then obviously from there, if the team is decent, then you need to look at if there's any sell tax, etc, etc, what the token allocation is. If the insiders are getting a load of allocation, then you don't want to invest in it. But if all those things kind of line up and you think it's a good project, that's when you start deploying your capital into something like this. Obviously, I'm not going to go into massive detail on this, but it does look very, very promising. Another thing you need to look out for which will be, what are the partnerships like? Are they good partnerships? Now, partnerships aren't the end of the world because people use that a lot. And what are these particular partnerships in turn? And you can't look into absolutely everything, guys. You really can't. On a project like this with such a small market cap, it is risky, obviously. But have a look at this. Come on here and have a look. Now we're going to have a look at another project which I found just like this on the Crypto Bubbles website, guys. And we're going to just show you kind of what I was thinking behind this one as well. So this is another one, Star Heroes, guys. And I found this exactly the same way. So it's a relatively new project. It came out in March, the 12th of March, so not long ago. It's 17th today. So it's 5 days old. It's 19% overall. So on the day we're at 5%. Yeah, so overall we're only 19% up, right? Which is quite close to when it released, guys. Star Heroes, what is it? So as you can see down here, looking at the data, we're only 23 mil market cap, so brilliant. Obviously, volume has gone down massively over 24 hours. Now, potentially that is because of Bitcoin going down as well. So we have to keep an eye on that. Self-reported circulating supply and total supply. I mean, the numbers, because it's such a new project, probably aren't that accurate, if I'm perfectly honest, because some of these do raise a bit of concern, right? But obviously, what we want to do first is have a look at the actual project, see who's backing it, check the team is doxed, etc., etc. Everyone's going to have their own view on these numbers, guys. Everyone is, yeah. And also, you're never going to get a fair launch token such as Casper. Really, it's going to be very, very hard to do. Obviously, they've got some exchanges already, which is good to see. They've got Mexi. They've got no major exchanges. They've got Bybit, yeah, but no major exchanges as of yet. But they've still got Mexi, which provides really good liquidity. So here we go. So let's have a quick look what this project is about. So so we found it's a multiplayer galactic combat game. Right, it's quite cool. Looks quite a cool game. It's called Star. The token's called Star. Let's have a look at some of the gameplay just quickly.
Welcome to the Star Heroes feature showcase. In this video, we're diving into the basics of how to navigate the cosmos and dominate in our esports packed game. Most of the time,
so guys, it's an esports packed game. Some of these videos do actually have a lot of insight into what the game is obviously like, because it's actual game footage, and this is good little walkthrough as well.
You'll be cruising around in your spaceship and shooting. You'll need to skillfully maneuver between corners and debris to line up a clean shot at your target. To aid you in quick maneuvers, there's the boost option. It provides a punchy but short-lived burst of speed.
Yeah, look, I'm not going to play the whole video, but guys, come and check it out. Come and check it out yourself. Gameplay looks quite good. Looks like a working game, so it looks really cool. The first multiplayer third-person space shooter designed for esports, which is actually cool because esports is absolutely huge, as you guys know. Star Heroes offers various non-exchangeable tokens, including Star Heroes and skins. Make sure to get your own hero. It's a golden ticket to earn in Star. Yeah, so you obviously state your tokens, etc., etc. to play the game. Multiple utilities combined in one token. One player's centric tokenomics ensures max sustainability through limited token inflation and smart deflationary mechanisms, guys. So it looks really, really interesting project. One to definitely put on your watch list. If we come and have a look at this. Yeah, so basically it's, you earn rewards from obviously playing the game as well, and obviously it's like one of those, any gaming project, but this actually does look like something I would actually play as well. So what I would do from here is obviously then I would have a look at the team. From a look at the team, let's have a quick move over to the actual team, guys. So here, so they are a docs team, which is good as well. Because of this LinkedIn, I need to get a few more connections in order to actually find the names of these people. But the CEO, he's a CEO for GameSwift. They are a docs team. I have checked them out. Let me just have a quick look here. So GameSwift, come over to GameSwift, then we can have a look at the team properly. So as you can see, let's read this quickly. We're a group of 30 experienced professionals passionate about Web3 and its potential to shape the future, with a diverse background including several Fortune 500 companies, crypto startups and gaming studios. We have extensive experience to draw upon. Our team members have worked with various organisations including StarTerra, Stargate, Layer Zero, Cyberpunk, The Witcher, Revolut, Amazon, Google, Terra Station, Wallet, Luniverse, Loop Finance and many others, which is, do you know what? That's actually brilliant. So what we've come across here is a very good team. They're all doxed. The whole team is doxed, which is absolutely excellent. So the next thing we'd have to look at, obviously, the tokenomics, which we've looked at. If they suit what you want, there's no tax involved, and their Twitter. Also, I would check out their Twitter, see how many people are following them. The volume's good. Then potentially I might take a stab at this one, considering it is a new project and it hasn't seen a massive tear yet. So just wanted to bring you kind of like an idea of how I research projects before I look, obviously before then I buy them, which is obviously what you should be doing, guys. You don't want to be aping into anything, but on the particular, where we are in the current market right now, I think you should have your main position sorted, but looking at what games are currently coming out. And from there, then we can decide if make a bit more cash. And what I would do with projects such like this, we can then decide if we're going to hold them short term, medium term or long term. If we hold them short term for a quick 5x, then what we can do is redeploy that capital and then put it into our main plays such as our Caspers and H-bars, guys. And that's personally what I am doing now at this stage in the market. That's what I will be doing as of going forward. So the only other projects, really, to be totally transparent with you, what I have been investing in over the course of the last couple of days is I've been investing in Casper. So I've let's have a quick look at Casper and show you guys what I've done with Casper. So I put another grand or two into Casper when it was pretty much these levels here. So over the course of 7 days, we've seen a massive correction, one big correction, nearly 9% following Bitcoin, pretty much on the dot, really. So what I've done is I've invested another 1 to 2k in Casper, and if we do see another drop, I will, especially if we reach 10 cents, which I don't believe we will do, I'll be dropping some more capital into Casper. It's definitely the safest play for me in terms of risk to reward. And then what I'm going to do is I've got a little bit of cash on the side, and then I'm going to continue that, what I've been doing there, looking for new projects that meet my criteria. And everyone's criteria should be slightly different depending on obviously what returns they want, etc., etc. But the main things is you want a good team. You want to check the token schedule and make sure it's not like a honeypot. Make sure it's not they're not just going to, the team aren't going to dump on you because they've got all the tokens allocated, right, guys? Small market cap, they haven't got any tax, sell tax, etc., etc. It's on a decent chain, and they've got a decent follower on Twitter, and their marketing team's quite good as well. Obviously, if those things match up, in my personal opinion, then I'll be looking into the project and seeing then over the next couple of days what I want to do with that particular project, guys. So that's my thoughts on this. So people don't get so uptight about this current dip. We're going to see plenty more of these dips on the way up. If you like the video, please like and subscribe. I really appreciate it, and I will see you on the next video.